project. We had the first Chemsusu, which was a smaller project than the one we have gotten, and it was not going beyond Eldama Ravine town. But currently, the mega Chemsusu dam, which has come in place, has been able to give water to this town and the people living within Ravine. We've had serious scarcity of water. We would be having donkeys around. We would be having people who would travel for a long distance to get water. But right now, Chemsusu has brought a solution. We want to thank the government of Kenya because this project started in way back 1986 with people doing survey in the Chemsusu forest. Yep. And later, into the year 2009, the government of Kenya gave us the money to start this project. This project has come at the time, really, when the population of Eldama Ravine has blown and grown so high. We are the most populous constituency in Baringo County. And of course, with the lack of water, you expect diseases. What we are now only praying for is what we have gotten from the African Development Bank to be able to build up the sewerage works, because that will be the cause of many diseases if we do not manage this waste which comes from this town. We're going to suffer even bigger with the presence of overflowing water in this town.
Very good. We'll be discussing more about other future projects, but I just want to turn on to the Honorable Mathenge Diricho, the chairman of Central Rift Valley Water Works Development Agency. I mean, you're one of the government agencies. Actually, you're one of the 9 water agencies in the Republic of Kenya, and your mandate is to ensure that counties in the Central Rift region, has adequate water, has adequate sanitation. Apart from Chemsusu Dam, what other projects are you undertaking, and more so in the county of Baringo?
Thank you very much. First of all, I want to give a little history of the Chemsusu Dam and where we are at the moment. And that is technical. It was started as a Vision 20 Act as the MP has explained way back in 2009. But it's fully funded by the government of Kenya, and it was undertaken by the National Water and Pipeline Conservation.
Yeah.
That is the one that was before the agencies came to this. And Central Rift Valley, then it was Rift Valley Water Service Board, came in to augment the system that was there, that was producing only about 6,500 cubic meters per day. And we were enhancing it by injecting 28,500. That is by putting up treatment works and a network of trunk lines and tanks. We have about 21 tanks ranging from 5,000 cubic meters capacity all the way down to 500. Yeah, 500. All the way in Emily. And the project extends, the main storage is up at Baringo High School with a 5,000 cubic meter water tank. And then there is the tanks all over, all the way to Emining and beyond, to Rongai and many other centers, 21 spread over. As the MP has said, it's one of the projects that is expansive.
And there's still room for more expansion.
Yes, but at the moment, after doing the tanks, the storage and the trunk, we are grateful that our President, what we are implementing now is the better, that is the bottom-up
economic transformation
agenda. And there is the national government or the mandate of Central Rift and other agencies is to put up water infrastructure. Basically, that would be the trunk lines and the storage. But with better, we have to get the households turning on the taps in their compounds.
What the president is calling the last mile connectivity.
And that is what he came to commission here like three or a month, weeks or a month ago. And we are very grateful because we can now feel the water and the effect of what the huge projects that have been undertaken being felt by the people down there in the villages.
Very good.
Most of the projects just concentrate in town.
Very
now
well.
we are going down there. And we are very appreciative.
Yeah, I want to turn on to the area MP, Musa Sirma. I mean, when you look at the history of this project, Chemususu Dam, I mean, it's been long and tedious. Unfortunately, the population of Baringo County, of Eldamara Vein, has been growing at a very high rate. And so, as one of the leaders, local leaders in this county, I mean, what are you going to do to ensure that, project turnaround time is improved?
Mainly, we depend mainly on government to be able to push us faster. But all in all, we want to support the Chemsusu Water Company in terms of payment of water bills. If we do not pay the Chemsusu Company, then we may ground this water project in a way that it is not going to be sustainable. But what I want to urge my residents is let us support the company, and the big support we are looking at is how do we pay bills? How do we have affordable water? Because this
How much are they paying now?
They were used to a flat rate of about between 200 and 500. But of course, it is almost ranging at the same on domestic use. But if you go commercial, of course, you may pay up to 1,000 or so, and which is affordable. If you want to even to hire a motorbike to go and bring you water, within the same month, you will even spend over almost 10,000. But currently, we are saying this is the solution, which is going to be efficient and be able to utilize the human resource we have in our place in a better way to do other things than going to fetch for water. That was a problem, because we were wasting too much time in fetching water in the domestic use. But right now, this solution has come in place at the right time. And we want to ask the government to really come up and implement the other phases which my residents are waiting for. And the people of Rongai and even parts of Nakuru are waiting for this water, so that we may be able to move faster than what we have done so far. Mogotio also are also waiting for the same water.
Very well.
And my people in Eldama Ravine are waiting for the same water in areas where we have not reached. We have tanks, but we do not have the last mile connectivity. So very soon, we need that support.
The problem is going to be addressed. Let me turn on to the MD, Mr. Kurere. How many people have been connected to Chemususu Dam, and how many more can be connected to this infrastructure?
Thank you very much, Brian. Like I said earlier on, we have 6,500 connections as of now.
So those are households?
No, these are direct connections. And you see, in our connection, there are 4, 5, 10 people within that particular connection. That is the children and the entire family. So we'll be having, in general, about 65,000 people who are directly benefiting from our water.
65,000.
Not forgetting that we have schools, like Baringo High School, who have a huge population. Mogotio High School, Emining High School, which has equally a huge population. So we're talking about over 70,000 people directly benefiting from this water. We want to increase this double. We are very grateful for the efforts that was done by His Excellency the President, giving us, through Rift Valley Water Works, the last mile connectivity funds, which is ongoing now. Several tanks, elevator tanks, are being constructed in Saos, in Emining, in Kabimoy, and major piping work is ongoing. Very soon, we are going to double that connection, and we'll be good to go.
We'll be good to go.
Yes.
Yes.
There's something I wanted to pick from Mheshimiwa. The emphasis on people paying for water. We are currently, as Central Rift Valley, undertaking very many projects supported by the government partners. And those are loans, they have to be paid. And once we do the infrastructure, we hand it over to the WSPs. It's very important, and we are happy that the political class are people that wananchi should know that it cannot be for free. And he has given a very good example.
And just before you go there, let me first of all get to hear this from Bwana Sirma. You know, as Parliament, I mean, your business is to develop legislations, you know, that are going to benefit the public.
Yes.
I just want to hear from you, because you come from this county, which is water scarce. What are some of the legislations are you planning to come up with to ensure that, you know, the people of Baringo County, the people of Eldama Ravine, the people of Koibatek, they have water and proper sanitation?
Brian, I think we would say the Water Act has really been done and done elaborately. The creation of the water companies by the county is part of the legislation. The creation of the regional, the Central Rift and other regions has been done adequately. Possibly when there will be gaps in the future, we should be able to legislate well. But we must look at the Vision 2030, that by that time, we must have provided enough resources to make sure that everybody in Kenya is able to get water at that time, if we have to really realize.
And we're talking about less than 6 years from now.
6 years from now. So we need actually to prioritize in terms of legislation, in terms of allocation of resources. And that is, it should not be a compromise. It is something which must. It is life to Kenyans. So if you are talking about life, it's just like medicine. You don't have medicine, you die. And if you don't have water, you also die. So these are things which are a priority in this country, which we must put in place at the earliest possible time and prioritize our funding and possibly the resources, whether it is through loans, whether it is through what we generate in terms of the companies which we have. It must happen.
Very well. Let me hear this from Mr. Kurere. I mean, we are looking at the water component, but you know, you can't just have water. You also need sanitation. What are you doing on the side of sanitation?
I want to say this, Brian, that Eldama Ravine, Mogotio, and all these other towns that are coming up require sanitation today, not yesterday, not today. Because several, we have several people who go to hospitals here because of dysentery, because of waterborne diseases, because our main water source, the Berkera River, the Telatil River, all the wastes from Eldama Ravine goes down there. This is poisonous, it kills. Finally, the people in the lower side of Emini, the lower side of Mariga town will suffer out of what we are doing here. We need to have the sewerage system, and we are very thankful to the government through ADP. The government negotiated ADP to give us money through Rift Valley Central Rift Water Works, and we are funding of 2 billion now.
What is the county doing, county government? Because you are an entity of the county government.
The county has done a lot of contribution in terms of negotiation for that particular fund. The county has done a lot of contribution in terms of saying we are going to purchase the land that is going to be to have the
sewerage.
The water, the sanitation,
yes. And they are also been participating quite a lot in sensitizing wananchi across the towns about the need for sanitation and sewerage.
Very good. I mean, gentlemen, I mean, time has never been enough on television, so unfortunately we've come to the end of our conversation. But of course, these are conversations that we'll continue to have, you know, as time goes by, so that we ensure that everyone in Kenya has access to safe drinking water and, of course, access to proper sanitation. Your contribution is highly appreciated this time of the day. We'll keep on engaging. Well, thank you very much indeed. I mean, we've been coming to you live from the county of Baringo. And of course, we are in the town of Eldama Ravine, talking about nothing else but water and sanitation. as Kenya moves towards a universal coverage of water and sanitation. My name is O'Brien Kim, and we'll keep on talking about these, even in the days to come. Back to you, Mike Megwe in Broadcasting House.